Stop spreading the news. I'm leaving today.
4:09 a.m.
The only thing keeping me awake right now is the Lord and the thought of a cinnamon raisin, walnut, cream cheese bagel.
What's keeping me awake right now is the thought of John's of Bleecker Street. The last time we were here, somebody tried packing a raw fish and tried getting it through TSA, and they got through. The guy was offended that they searched him. Yeah.
It's like, bro.
We've been in New York a few times, and the best way to get to the city on a budget is you get off the plane, you go down a few escalators, go to like the basement, the ground floor. What you want to do is you want to catch the bus. So the bus is going to take you to Queens, to the nearest subway station. And then you can get on there and pay, and then it'll take you straight downtown. But the shuttle bus is free. You gotta go to baggage claim, and then go down another escalator. If I remember correctly, there's gonna be a Dunkin' on the basement floor. That's how you know where you are.
There's the Dunkin'. Even got it on tap.
So we're looking for the Q70. If you want to know what New York is actually like, listen to this. They said it's going to be over by 5:30 p.m. We'll see. The reason why we're in New York is we're headed to the ASCAP. ASCAP?
ASCAP members meeting. But first, bagels.
And coffee.
And coffee.
So if you're watching this and you don't know who ASCAP or what ASCAP or why ASCAP or how ASCAP, they are basically responsible for collecting royalties, both publishing and songwriter royalties for artists and labels, publishers. So basically what you do is you create an account as a writer, create an account as a publisher. Whenever you get streams on Spotify, whenever you get radio play, any type of way that somebody could consume music.
Whenever my mom listens to my song.
No, she listens to it illegally.
On YouTube?
Basically, whenever somebody listens to music the correct way, this is how artists get paid. That's one side of the coin. But we have a couple hours to spare. We're gonna see if we can't get some bagels and some coffee.
So excited.
See, the publishing side of things, it's really just a game of pennies. And if you do it wrong, file the stuff wrong, like, you're kind of screwed. It's not only a game of pennies, the more people that you trust to file and like register your music, your publishing, the more likely that somebody's gonna screw up and forget to do something. The publishing world is so different from the master mechanical side of things. It's fascinating because it's the most confusing for everybody. And I feel like I still am learning something new just about every week about the publishing space. So hopefully this event will learn something new. I've been to 3 ASCAP events at this point. The last few have been all about AI and all of those things. Based on what I'm hearing, the publishing and the tracking and the royalties and the copyright infringement and all of that, they're like 10 steps behind. Like they can't figure out, you know, if somebody used AI for something, obviously it's dicing up millions of different song ideas and then creating a melody, creating lyrics, creating whatever. And so it's really, really hard to track back. Whereas before, like up until now, it's been, hey, I heard a certain lyric or a certain, you know, set of notes together that sound similar to my song, I'm gonna sue them. That's basically how it's been up to this point. But with AI, it's like micro songs and micro melodies, and like you don't even know where the songs are coming from at this point. So it gets even harder to track where the melodies are coming from. Also, AI is basically just regurgitating everything that already exists. They're scrambling. I'm assuming all of the other PROs equivalents are scrambling. Yeah, they're just trying to make sense of it all. The only way to really combat that, I think, is you gotta have an AI equivalent, kind of like how whenever somebody plagiarizes a song or plagiarizes a paper in college or whatever, professors or whatever run it through a software that will pick up that stuff. And it's the same thing. I think they have that too for AI papers and things like that. If you use AI, they can use softwares to help kind of pick up on that stuff. I don't know how, but somebody way smarter than me has to figure this out. But I think you got to use something on the crypto spectrum to, you know, the whole like microtransactions things to really track royalties better. But you also want to see if you can use AI to combat the copyright, people using AI to write songs. And so right now it's a giant question mark. Well, the ASCAP event was a success. Basically what they do is they have like a performing act, and then they do like a yearly report where they're like, look how much money we made. Look how much money we paid out.
They had a poetry guy today though, and he almost made me cry. I needed his pep talk.
Here's a little bit of math for you. ASCAP paid out $1.6 billion to artists in 2024, and they just crossed 1 million members. That means, and this is not true at all, but the average artist, if we were to split it equally, made $1,600 a year. Where's everybody?
I don't know.
It's not a lot of money per year. And you know, like, it's literally the top 20% of the people, maybe even more, publishers, all the labels are making all that money. I want to say one final thing about the ASCAP event that I think should be helpful, so I hope one of y'all get to see this. Towards the end, when they had the Q&A, a lady asked some very honest questions about how does publishing work and how does the songwriting side work and how do you guys collect it and all that stuff. And they haven't like gone over any of that stuff in the event. You guys should do a basic segment of how publishing works, how songwriting works, how ownership of copyright, ownership of publishing, and all that stuff, because that would be beneficial even if it was just for a 10-minute thing every single time. Because I would argue that most of your songwriters have no idea how all of that stuff works. And it's always good for a good refresh. Well, this concludes the ASCAP event. We'll see you next year. Maybe. Come back to Nashville and do an event.
Yeah, the Nashville one was great. I love that one. It was very small and intimate.
If you're watching this ASCAP, which you're probably not, go back to the 1230 Club. That food was bussin'.
I would say that overall, I'm thankful that they do these events because I think it's just a good reminder there's a lot of people in the music community and from different backgrounds, different seasons of life, different ages, different regions, different genres. So it's a cool opportunity for people to gather together and
worship.
I mean, if they wanted to add some worship, that'd be great.
We're gonna go to one of the best places on earth. This place looks totally different. The last time we were here, it was pouring down rain.
Last time Joey brought me here, he really hyped it up. He really was like, bro, I'll be honest, it's probably like up there with the best pizza I've ever had. And then they had like a homemade vinaigrette that I got with their like Caesar salad with some like homemade croutons. Oh.
What area would you say that we're in? I don't even know, like.
I would say this is like.
Sub area.
Hold up.
We're on Bleecker Street.
West Village.
There she is. John's of Bleecker Street.
So excited, guys.
Just check out the aesthetic in here.
All right, guys. We got here a beautiful Caesar salad.
Guys, I can smell that sauce. Look how thin it is.
They were so fast.
Really fast.
I wasn't even done serving the salad and the pizza was out.
I think that was like 10 minutes. Ooh. We just got the margarita pizza. That's what it is. That's what it is. So here we go. There we go. One bite. My favorite thing about this pizza is that the sauce is so natural. It's that homemade, very tomatoey, natural flavor.
Here, give me my review.
They got the undercarriage in there. So good.
One bite. If you're ever in New York and you can only have one meal,
come here. Just do it.
Top 5 best pizzas I've ever had in my life.
Joey's favorite food is pizza, guys. So that's a big statement.
Oh man, that was good.
John's a bleaker.
Wow, that was good. They have a giant sign that says 1929 on it. After being in Italy, it's so interesting to see the difference between traditional Italian pizza and like where it kind of starts to cross over to the New York style. And that's like a perfect blend right in between. It's got the real natural tomatoey sauce on it, but it's kind of thin and wood-fired and crunchy, like the real thin, big slice, New York slice.